Hey guys, today what we're going to talk about, we're going to get into this quick. What is QuickDraw contours? If you ever go to a lake and it doesn't have a contour map, a lot of the lakes in Louisiana, they don't have them because they're not big lakes. They're very small. There are a lot of oxbow type lakes. I'm going to show you how to make your own QuickDraw contour map. You can do this into ponds. You can do this. You got a small pond, put a kayak in there, you can do this. And so let me show you how to do it. Let's get in there and let's go. All right, guys, from any navigation chart, simply press menu, and this right here is going to bring up. You're going to hit start recording. And as you start recording, there's several ways to do this. You can do it where you get on your big motor and you idle around, but and in this case right here, this is what I did. I simply drove my big motor around in circles because I wanted you to be able to see it add contour maps and things like that. I'm simply driving, and there's a few important things you ought to notice. Notice the circle around the boat. The circle is green. Occasionally you'll see it click to red, and what that means is if it's green, you have good GPS signal and you have good bottom depth. If you see it switch to red, and I'm sorry about the little chirping in the background, I ain't figured out how to stop that yet. If you see it switch to red, that means you've either lost good GPS signal or you've lost the bottom contact. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to stop recording. As long as it doesn't turn red and stay red. But what I'm doing, and the way I do it in order to get good solid images and good solid contour lines, is you see the little green circle. Now what I try to do is, as I'm riding, I will make sure that the edge of the green circle touches my old trail. And what that does is it keeps the contours tight. Now, as I'm doing it with the big motor, that's how I do it. But a lot of times what I'll do is when I go fishing, I will get into the navigation menu and I will simply just start recording and go fishing. The whole time you're fishing, it will be recording and creating a contour map. And every single time you go fishing from then on, it's creating a contour map. And before you know it, whether you're in your pond, at the house, a little oxbow lake down the road, these places that don't have Navionics or C-Maps or whatever you may use, and C-Maps is a Lowrance thing, but Humminbird has this feature also. It will be constantly creating a contour map. Now, as you notice, I'm going to turn and go back. Now, and you'll see it. I try to see how it turned red there. Also, I want to bring that up. See how the circle turned red? What that is, the boat kind of swayed a little bit. And when it swayed in the turn, it's losing a little bit of the good positive depth readings. Now, that's not going to affect it because it comes right back. But as you're turning sometimes, as the boat swaying, it's very smart. So it also recognizes that you're not getting the best depth reading that's possible. Now, what I like to do is, as I'm doing this, every now and then I will cross over some of my old trails. And the reason I cross over them is you're creating a grid, and the more you cross over your like 90-degree angles over some of your other trails, the more accurate your contour lines are going to be. Now, I try not to run the same trails over and over and over, but I will cross over every now and then, especially in areas where I'm really trying to get good, accurate contour lines. If I'm doing a point and maybe wanting to do it for later on, I'll go up and down it, then I'll turn around and go across it. And man, you talking about getting some of the most accurate contour lines, way more accurate than Navionics or anything else, because they don't spend that kind of time. And by doing this, you also make sure you have zero gaps in the contour lines you've made. Now, I will show you how to change the colors, because the light blue and the purples and the dark, I'm not a big fan of that. I like it, 0 to 5 red, 5 to 10 orange. I want them to pop and the differences to pop. That way, when you get out on the lake, you know where those red areas are, especially if you're trying to say find spawning areas or things like that. You can look at your map very quickly, see the red, and be able to go to it. Now guys, I hope this helps, and if it does or it doesn't, send me a message and I'll see if I can help you. Thanks a lot, guys. Guys, I hope that helped you out. I think it's so cool to be able to put a contour map together. And what I do is just literally drive real tight lines. And I'll try, every time I go to the lake, I'll turn that QuickDraw contour up and make another little section. And before you know it, 6, 8, 10 trips to a certain lake, you've got a whole lake contour mapped in, and you'll be surprised at some of the stuff you'll find. It is crazy what you'll find when you're not even looking. And a lot of times I just turn it on and go fishing. But guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and ring the bell.